and welcome to The Drop, the official podcast of the 130th Airlift Wing. I'm Senior Master Sgt. Eugene Christ from your 130th Public Affairs. It's UTA weekend, so that means another C.D.S. drop. Joining me on the pod today is Colonel Bryan Preece, 130th Airlift Wing Commander, and Chief Master Sgt. Kevan Williams, 130th Wing Command Chief. Colonel Preece, it's February UTA. What are your priorities?
Hey, thanks for having me, Eugene. So this month, there's not a lot going on wing-wide. It seems like every month we have some type of training that we have to take up a lot of folks' time for. And while it's important training, I know it takes away from perfecting your AFSC and the things the squadrons and groups want to do. So I'm happy to say that February doesn't have much. So I hope you can use this month to get ready for the UEI, work on your AFSC, and work on your readiness. I'm excited that we are able to give back a little bit of time. I did want to ask that folks, if they see a email about a survey from the UEI inspection team, that they take a moment to do it. It only takes about 10 minutes. It's a lot shorter than the climate assessment surveys we've had recently. And I know folks probably have a little bit of survey fatigue. I completely understand. I mean, I have it too. But the inspection team wants to see how our folks feel. They want to hear your voice, so I ask that you give it a shot and fill that out. It is anonymous. I also want to recognize our Airmen of the Year award winners. Chief Williams has already mentioned them, but I haven't taken an opportunity yet to say thanks and congratulations to them. So Airman Sidney Frame, Tech Sergeant Logan Mahaney, and Senior Master Sergeant Jimmy Harper were our award winners in each category, and also Jimmy Vogt was the first Sergeant of the Year. So outstanding job by all those folks, and I want to congratulate them and say thanks. Last, I just want to talk real quickly about next month. The March, we're going to have the mass physical examination, so you're most likely getting a physical next month. You'll probably be asked to do your MHA or PHA this month, so please make sure you do that and be ready to get checked out next month.
Chief?
Yeah, I'm planning an award ceremony for those Airmen of the Year at Commander's Call this Friday, so look forward to doing that. Got the trophies, and they look really nice, and it's going to be fun to watch you give them to them, sir. Also, I've sent an email out to the chiefs, and there's a Enlisted Field Advisory Council Region 2 meeting, and West Virginia is hosting it. It's going to be February the 21st, and since we're the hosts, and since there's some value in our chiefs seeing how the EFAC, as it's called, joins together and tries to be a unified voice to try to influence policy on behalf of the enlisted, I think there's some value in us attending that. So I've sent out an email to all the chiefs. I'm going to go, and I've got 3 or 4 more that say they want to go. But if you're interested in going to that, email me, call me, and I'll get your name on the list. We plan on getting a van and carpooling up for a day and a half, 2 days tops. Beyond that, I just had a little story and a little something I wanted to share about the UEI, sir. Sure. I thought about a story this morning on my commute in, and there was a leader, and he was standing in front of, let's say she's standing in front of all her people, and she says to her folks, "What do you think our biggest problem is, ignorance or apathy?" And some guy raises his hand and he says, "I don't know and I don't care." So I said that it is kind of a funny story. But, we've had the holidays, we've had our break and our time off, and we've got a UEI coming up in August. And it's not time to be ignorant or laissez-faire. It's time to dig in, and as I like to say, put our big boy pants on and start reading the regulation and finding out what I don't know, and do the work. We recently were selected as one of the Air Force outstanding units, and it's really time for us to do the work and document that we are who we say we are. So that's my advice to everybody. I want to encourage everybody to dig in. If you're in a new shop and you're in a new field, don't just sit back and say, "I'm not trained." Pull up the regulation and search every shall, will, and must you can find, and try to, as Colonel Simmerman would say, dot those lowercase j's and cross those lowercase f's. That's all I have for this month, gentlemen. Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for this episode of The Drop. For more information about the 130th Airlift Wing, visit us on the web at www.130aw.ang.af.mil. Additionally, you can find us on all major social media platforms. Lastly, you can see us in the skies delivering freedom with courage. This is Senior Master Sergeant Eugene Christ reminding you to stay ready to go.